Hi guys, I do. Good morning. Hey everybody, I gave up on letting this thing swivel. I just turned it on and we're just gonna sit here. I'll even move to this thing because it won't follow me now. Ha, there we go, we're centered. Get my shit out of the way. Oh God, good morning. It's another day in paradise on the island, guys, so forgive me. Things that, to make this thing successful, it's constant upkeep. If I'm looking a little, I'm just frustrated beyond belief. It's one thing to not be prepared to do something. It's another thing to bust your ass, and I don't just mean physically. I mean taking the steps forward, the knowledge, the product knowledge, the things you got to do. As you guys know, to give good food, to give good supplements, good medical attention, to pay attention to every dog for all that. That's first and foremost. But we also have to keep this place clean and organized. While we've got 100 little miscreants running around trying to unravel everything we do. And as you guys know, what do you call it? I've changed a lot of this house around for them. We tore out the floors downstairs. I don't have any real furniture other than my bedroom set anymore. It's all designed for them. We put the porcelain tile in. We're tearing out all the base molding. That's going to be done. Hopefully going in this weekend, I'll get it all done. And again, it's much higher now, and it's all PVC, which is the same stuff your plumbing plates are made out of. Makes it incredibly easy to clean, makes it impenetrable, so nobody's going to pee on it. It's not going to leak down behind it. It's not going to leak underneath it. So basically, it's tiny proof, tiny man. You want to sit there with me for a minute? So anyway, but in doing that, we have to be able to clean things a lot. We have a lot of beds, we have a lot of pads. Hell, I have clothes I got to clean in bedding. What do you call it? I can't do that if our machines don't work. And I went through the trouble of putting an extra washer and dryer in this house. And I'm sorry, commercial washers and dryers suck. Yes, I know I need to get a speed queen. That's all I'm going to do. The washer and dryer people, oh sorry baby, have been out 6 times now. Came out yesterday, destroyed our day yesterday. Made us an hour and a half late. You're not going to believe this one. An hour and a half late feeding the dogs, so everybody was pissed off by the time we fed them. The food was sitting there because the guy shows up right as we're feeding. For trip number 6, we've replaced, I don't know that there's anything left to replace on the damn machine. I really don't. But anyway, it's not working still. Go figure. And every time it doesn't work, it fills up with water and it sits there. And the next guy comes in, or it's the same guy, and he complains that, well, you got a bunch of laundry in here with water in it. Well, no shit, dipshit. I mean, it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, you take it out. I'm tired of this shit. So anyway, we're battling with them. I'd like them to send me a goddamn new machine at this point. Sorry, I'm on the soapbox a little bit. But yeah, so we got that dealing with. And then, I'm an hour and a half late getting out to the gym. I probably shouldn't have even gone, but I'm glad I did. So coming home, I'm an hour and a half late to get evening feeding started. I mean, I do not have a lot of spare time in my days, guys. So I get back and Aunt Lori informs me that this beautiful $7,000 piece of shit machine that we have to clean the floors, that we have 3 of them, and they're all broken because it's constantly breaking down. And I spent 3 hours last night trying to fix it. The problem with that is that, we have to do constant upkeep on these floors. So this machine, it scours the floors with 2 buffer heads. It has a squeegee and vacuum system to vacuum up the water that it sprays. So the little water motor or something in the water lines is not allowing it to spray. This happens all too frequently. And it's a crapshoot as far as getting it fixed. And the little part that I have to replace in it, it's only about $86, but when you gotta replace that and 2 squeegees once a month, you're spending $200 a month maintenance on this machine just to keep it up and running. And you don't get any heads up when it breaks down. So naturally this morning come down, I had to use an actual pump sprayer and literally coat the floors with water. And that does a good job, but it's very time consuming and labor intensive. So we gotta fix that today. I don't know what we're gonna do about the machine. Problem with that is I'm very in tune, as you guys say, hey Bobby, you got the house really clean. Well, thank you. When you get down and play on the ground with the floor, or on the floor with the dogs, you realize that, oh hey, I can smell a little bit of pee over here. And you wonder was it the floor didn't get cleaned right there? Or maybe it's the pads on the beds. We're always constantly cleaning them. But we've been going into survival mode with all of those cots and beds that we have. And we're looking at them, and if we see that they're ratty, if we see that they got poop on them, if we see that we notice that they got pee on them, notice a spot underneath them where pee could have only dripped through, because we clean underneath those every day. then we wash them. But we haven't been doing them thoroughly. They should be washed every 2 to 3 days across the board. And we haven't been able to do that. So I'm starting to notice the smell. It's driving me nuts. Nobody else has really noticed it yet, but I can tell. And again, this is my house, so I don't want to. So I'm just very frustrated with this. Hi, Mocha, and you're going to pop up right now? Come here, baby. So I'm a little punchy this morning. I apologize. It's like I said, it's never ending. I have to make 40 pounds of food today for a few special needs dogs that don't eat the Happy How. And I want to talk about that. I'll talk about that another day. The food that we use, not just the Happy How, the type that we use, what I do when I make my own personal food, and why I use the ingredients that I do. That's for another day. Let's talk about something fun. I want everybody to know, you ready for this? The Misfit Mafia tumblers, they are up on the site. I should have led with this. They are up on the site for everybody. So anybody who wants one of those Mafia tumblers where I'm the boss and Bella's the gangster and Nono's the collector, Winston's the serial killer, and Chi-Chi is the, what do you call it, the gangster. I'm sorry, she's the hitman. And they all have a little reason to why they have those nicknames. But those will be up. I'll put a follow-up post with some pictures to show you. Really cool stuff. Now, here's what's really cool about it that you guys don't know, and it's not cool for you. It was cool for all of you who have subscribed. I've made promises to you guys, and I want to keep those. I'm going to keep those very thoroughly. So, not last night, but the night before, when I got noticed that these were in, and we only got 100. So most of them are sold already. So jump to it, get to them if you want one. I gave them out to the subscribers page first. I gave them first dibs. So again, for that, I think this is great marketing on my part. I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but look at it this way. I want to draw attention to a solid monthly income that doesn't cost people a lot of money. I can give them a lot in return if they choose to use it, and I think that'll balance out way more than giving the discounts and the because if I'm giving you a discount on the other products, those products are just in addition to what we're getting from the subscriptions. So, and for example, like if you buy our 3,000 milligram CBD drops, that's a $150 bottle. 10% off is $15. That's 3 months of subscription fees. So the people that are on my subscribers page already got first dibs on the tumblers. Like I said, they almost wiped them out already, and we will make more. But so they got first dibs on them, and they got 10% off. So they're $30 or $29.99. So they got $3 off. That again in itself pays for the subscription almost. If you buy a monthly magnet and a tumbler, that's your subscription cost right there. So I'm really trying to do this in a way that benefits those, plus all the other stuff. And we're thinking of so many other things we can do on the subscription page. I want to make this subscription page so worthwhile. Like I might even by the end of this year, you're only allowed to enter the Christmas raffle if you're on the subscription page. And that way, because the grand prize is to come here. So let's make that for the people that really actually care, and that they put in the effort and they want to be here. I don't want to, somebody just puts in $5 to help out and they don't really care to come here. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. I'm proud of that idea. I'm learning to market. I'm not a good salesperson, but I'm learning to be. But I want to share the wealth with everybody. Now, in line with that, we will be making more of the Misfit tumblers. At some point next week, the handy-capable ones will be back out as well in a limited run. We're only going to do 50 more of those. And that's how I'm going to do it. You do the initial pop of about 100. If they sell really fast and well, we'll do a second group of 100. And then in smaller groups, 50 or 25 at a time, when I deem necessary by demand. Also, we're going to move forward, and this is the fun part. We're going to move forward on doing more tumblers. We were brainstorming the other night, and we've got some really wonderful ideas. So can you imagine a tumbler that's going to be, something along the lines of like food of the island food. And we're going to do like Pop-Tarts superimposed on a Pop-Tart, waffles superimposed on a waffle, cookie on a cookie, DQ Blizzard on a DQ Blizzard. So I think that one will be a really cool and whimsical fun one. So we're going to do that. I came up with another one that's going to be Size Matters. And it's actually the opposite. It's all the dogs with little tiny names. Little Bit, Peanut, Pixie, Pipsqueak. All these dogs that have these names that are oxymorons to their size. We're going to go ahead and put them on. I just think these are really cute ideas, some cool ideas. And it makes them unique. And then, of course, I've got to give a shout out to our West Virginians. We're going to do a special tumbler just for the 5 of them. We're going to have all their faces on it. Probably gonna be something with like camouflage with duct tape on it or something like that. It's gonna be really cool to honor West Virginia. Sorry, my friends in West Virginia, you know how you get that stigma or that stereotype. But yeah, so we got some really good ideas. My God, are you molting? Honey, that's a lot of fur. You're gonna be bald by dinner. You're shedding everywhere. So anyway, speaking of stereotypes, last thing I want to talk about. I was afraid this would happen yesterday, and please bear with me on this. Let's all be friends. Let's all be nice. That whole incident with Costco, it's still sitting. It's unsettling with me. But one thing I know that happened when I was explaining it yesterday is I made a couple comments and I made a couple stereotypes about certain people that were there. The DEI, for example, and the people that have no real drive or whatever. And what I want to say, so please, only one person called me out on this, and they were very polite about it. It was on YouTube, and I knew it was going to happen, and I'm really happy the way this person approached it. It was like, Bobby, I side with you on what Costco did, but you probably shouldn't stereotype people. I responded to that person with exactly what I'm going to say here to you guys, because I want you to understand, I am not a hateful person. I mean, kind of hate everybody that's humans in general right now, but individual people I do not hate. You have to do something to hurt, to really piss me off. And I am a person of live and let live. I am socially liberal as you can get. Love who you want to love, just don't enforce your will on somebody else, okay? And that kind of thing. So, when I made those comments, as you guys know, if you are in any kind of minority, you are discriminated against, or you're told from the media you're discriminated against for that minority reason. It could be your race, it could be your color, it could be your sex, it could be your sexual preference, it could be what you like on your pizza these days, for Christ's sake. But there's always the devil at the end of it. And who's the guy everybody hates because of those diversity things? Well, it's the straight white man, guys. Don't forget, man, I'm a racist, I'm a homophobe, I'm a sexist, I'm a chauvinist, I'm a transphobe, I'm a meathead. Oh, can you tell me the stereotypes? And so where I'm going with this is, it's across the board. This is a very ugly place right now in this country. And the problem is that the reason it's ugly is there's these certain extreme minorities. Thank you, Mocha. Can you move out of the camera, please, honey? Okay. Why do you gotta poop right now? Yeah, it's really bad. Really not good. So, come here. I can't believe you just did that. Because she's a poop eater, too. So I'm gonna sit here and have this video. She's gonna wanna get down and eat her own damn poop because I can't get up and clean it. Yeah, you're bad. I'm pissed at you. No, don't give me those eyes. You're bad. So anyway, where I'm going with, oh God, it smells. I can't do that. I can't start over. We're just gonna go with it, guys. Sorry. So where was I on this? Over the last 2 decades, I have noticed a generalized hatred, mainly from the media and social media, especially social media, for who I am as a human being, without even knowing who I am. And it's always from these radical minority, very extreme minority groups. And I'm sorry, yes, they have a stereotype. If you've got 6 different colors of hair and you're 400 pounds overweight and you can't dress yourself because you're wearing shit that your child should be wearing, chances are you got a little bit of mental illness right there, okay? And I'm going to call you out on it, but only if you come at me first. So when I called these people out for that yesterday, that stereotype was derived from exactly the hatred and the anger and the meanness that they showed towards me, combined with their overall appearance. Now you can have different color hair, it doesn't matter, with the roots growing out, and be an absolute beautiful person. I actually have a lot of friends of every diversity you can think of. Okay, I've got transgender friends. I've got straight, gay, every color you can think of, every religious denomination you can think of. People, and again, once you know people on a personal level, it's totally different than what you're spoon-fed in the media. But here comes this, like I said, my stereotype, and I just want to explain to that woman in detail that the stereotype I gave them was based off 100%. Based off of 2 things. Number one. Of course you notice the way somebody looks. You're different than me, whatever. You're a woman, I'm a man. You're short, I'm tall, whatever. You notice that. You don't ever use that against somebody. But then when you see the anger and the hatred and the way they treated me, which is the militant style of these people that are just trying to force their agenda down your throat, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to call it how it is. I'm politically incorrect about that. But I just wanted you guys to know, I did not mean anything negative about an entire community. I did not mean anything negative about an entire people or anything like that. I based it off of again, the stereotypes based out there by the generalized media combined with the way a person acts and conducts themselves. So I hope that clears that up a little bit. And please, let's not turn this into a sticking point where we're going to argue and fight. I want this to be about the dogs and be about love. But I did want to clear that up, that those comments were not made just because I'm a hater of somebody with blue hair or something like that, okay? So, please understand that. I call them how I see them. And without giving a detailed explanation like that, sometimes people think I'm insensitive or I'm an asshole, which I kind of am, but I don't mean to be unless somebody's attacked me first. So I think that's about it for today, guys. We're behind the schedule again today. Lots to do today, fixing machines, hopefully fixing the washing machine or buying a new one. Yes, I know I'm tempted, even though this is all warranty work with that damn machine, to just go get a goddamn Speed Queen, bite the bullet, pay the money, and not ever have to worry again, and just throw this damn thing in the dumpster, even though it was only 9 months old. Can you believe that shit? And real quick, I'm gonna throw this out there since I'm on my political high horse. You do realize this is not, when you start talking about, well, yeah, they don't make them like they used to. No, they don't. Do you know why they don't make them like they used to? Our government. It's not have anything to do with the companies themselves. Oh, well, they're making cheaper parts. You know why? Because they have to become compliant for this new green bill, where everybody's got to be environmentally friendly, where they screw everything up. Well, you tell me, what's more environmentally friendly? 6 washers in the trash pile from the last 10 years, or 1 washer that might not have the parts in it that are perfectly environmentally friendly. That's 30 years old. It's still running. Six times the amount of waste to 1. Seems kind of like an easy thing to me. But anyway, so there's my high horse on it. We're going to try to get stuff done today. I apologize. A little punchy because it's going to be a stressful day. But yes. And Mocha, I can't believe you just pooped on camera. You're a bad girl. You're such a bad girl. Anyway, Tiny, you're out. Say bye. Boy. Yeah. All right, guys.